On the brilliant stage of sports, countless athletes chase glory and dreams. They shed sweat and interpret the charm of the sports spirit with hard work and dedication. However, behind this radiance, there are some hidden dark corners: cheating. These scandals not only shame the fairness of sports but also hurt the hearts of countless sports lovers. Today, let's uncover those shocking sports cheating incidents and see how these athletes deviated from the essence of sports for the sake of immediate benefits. Lance Armstrong, once a legendary figure in the cycling world, inspired countless people with his story of overcoming cancer and returning to the arena to win the Tour de France 7 times in a row. But who could have imagined that behind this glorious achievement was a meticulously planned hoax? In the early 1990s, Armstrong was a clean rider but didn't achieve outstanding results. However, after overcoming testicular cancer, he started using erythropoietin, EPO. EPO can stimulate the production of red blood cells, increasing the oxygen content in athletes' blood and greatly enhancing endurance. For cycling, a sport that relies heavily on endurance, EPO is like a magic drug for cheating. Armstrong dominated the Tour de France with its help. Although insiders suspected his cheating, he managed to avoid drug tests with the help of top doctors. It wasn't until 2013, after a large-scale investigation by the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency and the testimony of numerous witnesses, that Armstrong finally admitted to his cheating. His lies were completely exposed, his former honors vanished, and he instantly fell from a hero to a disgrace in the sports world. The 1986 FIFA World Cup quarter-final match between Argentina and England has become an eternal classic because of Diego Maradona's 2 goals. However, one of the goals was highly controversial: the famous hand of God. When the deflected ball was flying towards the England goalkeeper, the 5 feet 5 inches Maradona miraculously got to the ball first and scored. However, slow-motion replays showed that he used his hand to score the goal. This blatant handball was unnoticed by the referee, and the goal ultimately helped Argentina win the game and advance to the semifinals. In the post-game interview, Maradona cheekily said that if it really was a handball, it was the hand of God. Although this explanation was full of drama, it couldn't cover up the fact that he cheated. This controversial goal has become one of the most talked about events in sports history, dividing people's opinions on Maradona's actions and making this game an eternal focus of controversy. In 2014, Michael Pineda, who played for the New York Yankees, became the center of attention in a game. However, it wasn't for his excellent pitching skills, but for his cheating by using pine tar. In baseball, pitchers use pine tar to enhance their grip on the ball, allowing it to maintain speed during flight and improving the pitching effect. Many pitchers secretly use pine tar, but they all try to be discreet. In a game against the Red Sox, with cold and windy weather at Fenway Park, Pineda applied a large amount of pine tar to his neck and then onto the ball to pitch better. His actions were so obvious that the referee saw through them immediately. He was ejected from the game on the spot and suspended for 10 games. Pineda's cheating made him the target of public criticism and also led people to think more about the fairness in sports competitions. In 2003, during a game, Sammy Sosa, a famous right fielder, had his bat accidentally broken, which unexpectedly revealed a cheating secret: the corked bat. A corked bat is a specially modified baseball bat filled with cork or other low-density substances to make it lighter. Batters can swing it faster and improve their timing when using it. During the game, when Sosa's bat broke, the plate umpire found pieces of cork in it, and he was ejected from the game. Although subsequent tests on his other bats showed no problems, he still received a 7-game suspension. Sosa's cheating severely damaged his reputation and greatly reduced the trust of his fans. In 2009, before his fight against Shane Mosley for the WBA welterweight title, Mexican boxer Antonio Margarito had a dark secret hidden in his gloves. Mosley's trainer noticed that Margarito's hands were wrapped strangely. After asking for an inspection, they found that he had small knuckle pads made of plaster wrapped around his hands. The purpose of these plaster pads was to cause more damage to his opponent during the fight. After the incident was exposed, Margarito was forced to re-wrap his hands and eventually lost the fight and the title. He and his coach were suspended from boxing in the United States for 1 year. His cheating behavior caused his reputation in the boxing world to plummet. In the 1980 Boston Marathon, Rosie Ruiz finished 3rd in the women's category with an official time of 2 hours, 31 minutes, and 56 seconds. She seemed to be a strong competitor, but there was a cheating truth hidden behind it. Ruiz didn't run the entire course at all. She joined the race about half a mile from the finish line, trying to get away with it. After the race, She was awarded the gold medal and celebrated like a true champion. However, a few days later, several spectators came forward to accuse her of cheating because she was never seen by other runners and didn't appear in any photos or footage of the race. Eventually, her title was stripped. Although she didn't receive further penalties, her name became a negative example of sports cheating. Dwight Howard, a star on the NBA court, was also involved in a cheating controversy. He used an adhesive spray called Stickum to enhance his grip and catch the ball more easily. In the 2016 game between the Rockets and the Hawks, Howard used too much Stickum spray, making the ball unusually sticky and attracting the attention of other players. After the referee discovered it, the Rockets were warned to stop using the spray, but neither the team nor Howard was punished. Although he didn't receive a substantial penalty this time, his actions still sparked discussions about sports fairness and drew more attention to the behavior norms of athletes during games. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, Tonya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan were two stars in the American figure skating world. However, the day before the 1994 Winter Olympics qualifying event, the U.S. National Championships, a dark conspiracy shattered the peace. Nancy Kerrigan was brutally attacked after practice. A man beat her with a club, trying to break her legs. Fortunately, she only suffered serious injuries and didn't have any broken bones, but she was still unable to participate in the competition. Harding took the first place in the competition and secured a spot in the Olympics. Later, after an FBI investigation, it was revealed that Harding's bodyguard and ex-husband were involved in the attack. Although Harding initially denied her involvement, as more evidence emerged, she finally pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 3 years of probation, a $160,000 fine, and was banned from skating for life. This incident shocked the entire figure skating world and revealed the possible dark side behind sports competitions. Mike Tyson, once the king of the boxing ring, had a legendary career. However, a crazy act made his image plummet, the famous ear-biting incident. In 1996, after Tyson's first defeat against Holyfield, the two had a rematch in 1997. During the fight, Tyson found himself unable to gain the upper hand. Coupled with his debauched lifestyle, his endurance was insufficient. Knowing that he might lose the fight, he was extremely angry. Unable to vent his frustration with his fists, he actually bit Holyfield's ear and took a chunk out of it. His act shocked the world, and he was disqualified on the spot. This also marked the beginning of the end of his legendary career. Tyson's crazy act showed the collapse of the sports spirit in extreme situations and made people think more about athletes' emotional management and professional ethics.